This is directly from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's website. This is a press release. SEC clarifies the application of federal securities laws to crypto assets. And remember, last week, one of my other streams, we talked about the SEC and the CFTC joining together, and then a few days later, this announcement comes out. So it says the Security and Exchange Commission, SEC, today issued an interpretation clarifying how the federal securities laws apply to certain crypto assets and transactions involving crypto assets. This is a major step in the Commission's efforts to provide greater clarity regarding the Commission's treatment of crypto assets and complements congressional endeavors to codify a comprehensive market structure framework into statute. The Commodity Future Trading Commission joined the interpretation to provide guidance that the CFTC and its staff will administer the Commodity Exchange Act consistent with the Commission's interpretation. Okay, so again, here is the SEC, one government organization of the feds, the federal U.S. government, partnering with another to make everything about crypto clear. And this is in line with making crypto United States the crypto capital of the world. So it says, quote, after more than a decade of uncertainty, this interpretation will provide market participants with clear understanding of how the Commission treats crypto assets under federal securities laws. This is what regulatory agencies are supposed to do, draw clear lines in clear terms, said SEC Chairman Paul S. Atkins. Quote, it also acknowledges what the former administration refused to recognize. That's a shot at Joe Biden, and Gary Gensler, that most crypto assets are not themselves securities, and it reflects the reality that investment contracts can come to an end. This effort serves as an important bridge for entrepreneurs and investors as Congress works to advance bipartisan market structure legislation, which I look forward to implementing with Chairman Selig in the near future. So then the next thing he said, important bridge for entrepreneurs as they advance bipartisan market structure legislation. That's coming soon. For far too long, American builders, innovators, and entrepreneurs have awaited clear guidance on the status of crypto assets under the federal securities and commodity laws. And he says, with today's interpretation, the wait is over. Chairman Atkins and I are committed to fostering a regulatory environment that allows the crypto industry to flourish in the United States with clear, rational rules of the road. Today's joint agency action reflects a shared commitment to developing workable, harmonized regulations for the new frontier of finance. The new frontier of finance. This is a part of the financial transformation, and they're laying it out to us. And then those four core commission interpretations, we're going to dive into those now. Provides a coherent token taxonomy for digital commodities, digital collectibles, digital tools, stablecoins, and digital securities. So remember, if Ondo deals with digital securities, Ondo Finance, they have tokenized equities, which are stocks and ETFs and things like gold. And then they have tokenized them and put them onto the blockchain. That is a digital security. Digital collectibles like non-fungible tokens, NFTs, are not a security, okay? It says digital tools. These are different tools that people are using. They're not securities. Stable coins are not securities, okay? Cryptos are not securities, and we'll dive into the list of these cryptos as well. So, and then it addresses how a non-security crypto asset, which is a crypto asset that itself is not a security, may become subject to, and how it may cease to be subject to an investment contract. It clarifies the application of federal securities laws to airdrops. Remember, we was getting airdrops in 21, 22, and other times we just got some in different ecosystems. Protocol mining, right? Bitcoin mining, whatnot. Protocol staking, we stake Ethereum, we stake cryptos, in the wrapping of non-security crypto assets. There we go. So that is the gist of what we got there. So this is clear, clarity for crypto. And then you got this post right here. This is a part of the announcement here. What you get is this here, okay? So let's zoom in a little bit more if we can. No, we already zoomed in enough, aren't we? So digital commodities. A digital commodity is a crypto asset that is intrinsically linked to and derives its value from the programmatic operation of a crypto system that is functional, as well as supply and demand dynamics rather than from the expectation of profits from the essential managerial effort of others. So when we buy stocks, we're expecting profit. When you buy crypto, if you're in crypto too long, you may not get no profit, and they don't push that anyway. Supply and demand with the supply of your token, usually the transaction fee, gas fee. A digital commodity does not have intrinsic economic properties or rights, such as generating a passive yield or conveying rights to future income, profits, or assets of a business enterprise or other entity, promisor, or obligor, but may have certain other rights as discussed below. So this is the part that people are really going crazy with. Examples of digital commodities includes Aptos. These are digital commodities that they listed out as examples. Avalanche, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Cardano, Chainlink, Dogecoin, Ether, Hedera, Litecoin, Polkadot, Shiba Inu, Solana, Stellar, Tezos, and XRP. And then down here on the bottom, it says, for example, based on their characteristics, terms, and functions as the date of this release, Algorand and Libri credits, neither of which underlies such a futures contract, are digital commodities because they are intrinsically linked to and derived from their value, and it goes on. Okay, so if you're an Algorand bull, you're XRP, Tezos, Stellar, HBAR, and the list that are highlighted, you like this. Okay, SEC says these are commodities. These are not securities. Okay, commodities, not securities. And then if we go look at what's been happening else in crypto, okay, we got this here, the Genius Act of 2025. This is all about stable coins. This makes stablecoin legislation clear. Okay, we have SEC announcing and making legislation that cryptos are commodities. They are not securities. Your favorite crypto is not a security. And then the next thing they are working on is this bill here, Digital Asset Market Clarity Act. This is the Clarity Act. And right now, banks are pretty much holding this one up. But however, we have the Genius Act. We have the SEC and Futures Trading Commission making it clear what's a commodity and what's a crypto. Crypto is clear. Collectibles are clear. Tools are clear. All that is all in the clear. And then we know that what Ondo is selling, right? Ondo Finance is selling, those are securities, what they have on their platform. Okay, those are securities. So there's a big difference of what's a security and what's not a security. So that's the difference. Okay, so this, like these right here that Ondo is showing us, thousands of real world assets, one platform. Okay, Ondo, let me go to this. Global Markets is a platform designed to bring traditional public securities on chain with APIs to build investment experiences that users love. And this is the key right here. Traditional public securities on chain and is not available to the US. These are all stocks, companies that are on the publicly traded stock market. So that's the difference. That's what we have here. Then when you go look at all these posts here, you have Solana along with, we saw posts from Chainlink, we saw a post from Hedera, we saw posts from all these companies saying, breaking, the SEC has formally classified Solana as SOL as a digital commodity in its new crypto asset taxonomy alongside Bitcoin, Ethereum, and 14 other assets. SOL is not a security. And again, the fact sheet that they dropped. Digital commodities, not securities. Digital collectibles, not securities. Digital tools, not securities. And these are crypto assets that perform a practical function such as membership, ticket, credential, title instrument, or identity badge. Stablecoins, Genius Act stablecoins, not securities. Digital securities or token securities are securities. So it's real clear. And I like this. The main one that people really care about is digital commodities, not securities. Crypto assets that are intrinsically linked to and derived from value. And these are what I just read to you from the other announcement. Okay. That's what we got there. That is some powerful stuff.
Passive income. Gold in my dental. Thank God for my mental. Investor fundamentals. Told my girl it was simple.